Right. In this particular problem, there's a couple different ways you can approach this. They each involve taking the sum of angles in a triangle and kind of applying that with some of the properties that you guys we've already talked about as far as linear pair and vertical angles go. And so in order for us to find angle A, what we need to do is basically kind of figure angle A is part of this triangle. Okay, so a couple different ways to approach it. One way is to find any other missing angles in this triangle. And so if we know that we have extend this side and we have this angle of 82 degrees, we know that these two angles here have to add up to 82. And so one way that we can find that is we can apply the property that these vertical angles are equal. Therefore, this angle has to be 90 degrees. And then if we look at this whole triangle here, okay, we can now find this missing angle right here. And again, we can do it a couple different ways, either by adding these two angles together and subtracting from 180, or extending this and understanding that we have a 90-degree angle here. So if we're sticking with exterior angles, these two angles, this angle 53 and this unknown angle, have to add up to 90 degrees, right? They're exterior, or they're the remote interior angles of this exterior angle. So this angle right here is going to be 37 degrees. Now when we look at this angle A and 37 have to add up to 82. So if we take 82 and subtract 37 from it, we get our overall answer here. This angle A has to equal 45 degrees. Okay. There's another way that you can do this, and it's probably one that you guys would more likely see, and that isn't using exterior angles, but instead just using the sum of the angles in a triangle. All right, so instead of using that process of finding the exterior angle, what we could do is look for any triangles that exist in here that we could find the missing angles for. So if we looked at this blue triangle, and we have angles of 82 and 53, so if we combine those together, we get 135. Okay, and then those angles, subtract that from 180, and we're left with this other angle, this third angle in that blue triangle. And what we can then do is now use this triangle inside here. So this triangle has one angle of 45. It's a linear pair. This angle is a linear pair to 90 degrees, so it's also going to be 90 degrees. And so we can identify what this missing angle has to be. Well, 45 plus 90 is 135. Subtract from 180, we would get this angle is 45 degree as well. And now vertical angles are equal, so A, again, would equal 45 degrees.